Introduction. Gametes are the human reproduction cells which are created in the reproduction organ. Ovum, egg cell, which the ovaries of the female reproduce. Spermatozoa, sperm cell, which the testicle and testes of the male produce. Meiosis, the process of the cell division, in which each pair of the chromosomes in one cell separate, with one member of each pair going into gamete or the daughter cell. Thus, each gamete, the ovum and the sperm cell, has 23 unpaired chromosomes. Fertilization, the union of the human egg and sperm, usually occurring in the ampulla of the urine tube. The result of the union is the production of zygote, or fertilized egg, initiating prenatal development. Zygote, fertilization results in the formation of a single cell. In zygote, two sets, 23 unpaired chromosomes. One set each from the male and female combine to form sets of paired chromosomes. In manner, each parent contributes 50% or half of the zygote's genetic code or genome. Critical period and development vulnerability during pregnancy. Vulnerability refers how susceptible the organism is to be injured or altered by traumatic accident. A traumatic incident such broad occurrence as tetragens. Deviancy from the normal course of prenatal development result to the occurrence of developmental disability.
The course prenatal development. Germinal phase, the initial stage of the prenatal development, covers first 2 weeks after fertilization.
3 significant developments. First, creation of zygote. Reproduction begins with the fertilization of female ovum by a male sperm cell. Ovulation. When a matured egg is released from the ovary, push down the fallopian tube and it's able to be egg matured with one of your ovaries. Second, cell differentiation continues as the inner or outer layers of the organism are formed. Third, implantation or attachment of the zygote to the urine. Fertilization takes place when the union of genetic materials in the ovum and sperm cells. Zygote, new cell which the result from the transmission of the genetic materials 24 to 23 hours after fertilization. Continuous cell division and cell tissue differentiation. Cell division occurring very rapidly in the first few days and progress with considered speed. Trophoblast, a layer of tissues on the outside of the mammalian blastula, supplying the embryo with nourishment, and later forming the major part of the placenta. Tetragens, any agent that can disturb the development of the embryo or fetus. Tetragens may cause a birth defect of pregnancy outright.
Unlocking the difficulties. Gamete, a matured haploid, male or female, germ cell that is able to unite with another of the opposite sex in sexual production to form zygote.
Spermatozoa, the mature motile male sex cell of animal by which the ovum fertilize. Follicles, a small secretory cavity, sac or gland that is particular. Blastocyst, a mammalian blastula supplying the embryo with nourishment and later forming the major part of the placenta. Amenorrhea, an abnormal absence of menstruation. Monorrhagia, abnormality, heavy bleeding of menstruation. Ovulation, discharge of ova or ovule from the ovary. Ovum, a matured female reproductive cell, especially of the human or other animal, that can divide to give rise to embryo, usually only after fertilization by a male same. Fertilization, the action or a process fertilizing the egg, female animal, or plants involving the fusion of male and female to form a zygote. Zygote, a diploid cell resulting from the fusion of two haploid gametes, a fertilized ovum.
Your due date is calculated from the first day of your last menstrual period. Conception occurs about 2 weeks from this day, and that's when you're truly considered to be pregnant. During a menstrual cycle, one of your 2 ovaries matures an egg within a follicle. Hormonal surges controlled by your brain then cause 1 and occasionally 2 follicles to release an egg. If both ovaries release an egg, you may have non-identical twins, also known as fraternal twins. Long, finger-like projections sweep the egg into the fallopian tube. The egg travels down the fallopian tube, pushed by tiny hairs, and awaits the arrival of sperm. About a teaspoon's worth of semen enters the vagina, containing roughly 300 million sperm. Less than 100,000 will pass into the cervix to begin their 6-inch journey to the egg. A long, whip-like tail propels each sperm toward the waiting egg. Most sperm will lose their way. Only about 200 sperm successfully reach the egg. Fertilization occurs when 1 sperm penetrates the egg, combining their genetic material. The sperm and egg each contain 23 chromosomes holding all of the information that determines your child's sex and contributes to the child's genetic makeup, including physical appearance, intelligence, and personality. It's a boy or a girl. You just don't know which yet. Within 24 hours of fertilization, the egg, now called a zygote, divides into 2 cells. The number of cells doubles about every 12 hours as the zygote continues its trek to the uterus. During this early stage, if the cells split into 2 separate groups, instead of remaining attached, you'll be doubly blessed with identical twins. About 3 days after fertilization, the zygote has become a ball of 32 cells resembling a miniature raspberry. A few days later, it reaches the uterus as a ball of roughly 500 cells surrounding a fluid-filled cavity. On day 7, the ball of cells burrows into the uterine wall during a process called implantation. Many women have implantation bleeding or spotting at this time, which occurs about 21 days after a period, before a pregnancy test could even be positive. The cells on the outside of the ball create the yolk sac and the placenta, which nourishes your developing baby. By 38 weeks, the fertilized egg has grown into an infant with more than 2 trillion cells.
Today in this video I am going to talk about the precautions during pregnancy. There are some very common precautions a pregnant lady should take, but due to lack of knowledge so many women don't have this information. So I feel this video will be helpful for those pregnant women. So we'll go ahead very quickly. The very first one is regarding the heavy weights or the heavy items. Please do not lift the heavy items during pregnancy. So basically the woman has to work in the kitchen as well as in a normal life regarding the shifting of the items. They should not do it. Second one is regarding the X-ray. They should be away from the X-ray unless it is very much required. Now the third one is regarding the stairs. That is, do not use the stairs and try to avoid the stairs. The fourth one is drink water frequently, and this helps for good blood circulation, and dehydration causes premature delivery. So don't make dehydration condition. Please drink the water. The fifth one is regarding the exercise. Please do not do the exercise without consulting the doctor. Do not do any exercise with your own. Go ahead, go to the doctor and see which exercise is suitable for you during that pregnancy and do it. The sixth one is regarding the caffeine. So avoid the caffeine sources as coffee, soda, green tea or black tea. The seventh one is regarding the medication. Do not take the medication without consulting the doctor or the gynecologist. Even if you are having the fever or headache, very small diseases, please consult the doctor and take the medications. The eighth one is regarding the smoking. There are some women who smoke, but during the pregnancy, please avoid the smoking and avoid the passive smoking also. The ninth precaution is regarding watching the TV serials. Don't watch a horror or stressful movies or the serials. It is not good for your fetus. The 10th one is regarding the papaya. There is one idea that we should not eat the papaya during the pregnancy, and that is because there are two hormones in the body. These hormones are the prostaglandin and the oxytocin hormones. Once these hormones increases and they are in the excited stage, they lead to the miscarriage. The 11th or the last one for this video is don't wear the heels or the high heels. Just wear only the flat sandals or slippers. I hope this video will be useful for you. You can subscribe this channel for the latest upcoming videos regarding the health issues, and you can watch the other videos of this channel also. You may go through it. Thank you once again.